Hi everyone, it's Pete, back with another Raising Ray episode, just to give you an update on how little man's doing. Don't know if you can see on the video, but his body's starting to change now. He's less puppyish and he's starting to fill out. He's getting more coordinated, so he's actually got better control of his body. He's not just throwing himself around. He's at work with me every day and he's doing really well. He's still needing a lot of naps because he's still a young boy. But he's done 2 laps at field today and he was absolutely buzzing, sprinting round, wanting to get into everything. Oh, he's a good boy. Wanting to get into everything. And then did a bit of work, took him for a walk up the lane. There's some goats and chickens and geese up the top, so we had a look at them just to get him used to some different animals. And it was really good, to be fair. He just sort of sat and watched them, taking it all in, listening to noises. Wasn't scared, but he just behaved really well. We've had a bit of a difficult week. We lost one of our old bull mastiffs, Dizzy. He took a turn sort of the beginning of last week. He'd had an ongoing issue with his heart, and then his legs started playing up a little bit, and then he just really went downhill quite quick, so we had to say goodbye to him last week. So things at home were a little bit, don't want to say stressful, but you know, with bull mastiffs, they pick up very easily on what you're feeling, so they're very good at, you know, they're in tune with you. They're very good at knowing when something isn't right. Come on, little boy. They're very good at knowing when something isn't right. So all the older dogs, you know, they were all very subdued, very quiet, because they just knew. A lot of them have, you know, I think a lot of them that have seen it before, they'll be used to how we feel and how we're behaving, so they'll pick up on that. So they kind of, I don't want to say they know the routine, but I think they almost settle into, you know, they just accept it for what it is. But with Ray being so young, he's in the house experiencing all of that, you know, and we didn't really know how he was going to take it. But the longer that time goes on, I said this to Kerry the other day, is reminding me more and more of our staffy Charlie. You know, Charlie was very similar to the bull mastiffs in a lot of ways. He was very in tune, you know, very just relaxed and comfortable in his own skin, and I'm seeing a lot of the same characteristics in Ray. You know, it would have been very easy for a young puppy at Ray's age to sort of get confused and maybe distressed at what was happening, but he just took it. Oh, there's a tennis ball here, Ray. Oh, there he is. There he is. Go then. He just took it all in his stride, bless him. You know, he settled in. He picks up on what everyone else is doing and he's happy to just kind of go with the flow, follow suit. You know, he didn't kick off, he didn't complain. You know, for a couple of days he didn't get as much attention as we'd like, but, you know, we had Dizzy who was really ill. He couldn't move. So we were dealing with that. So we couldn't give him as much one-on-one time as we would have liked to, but, you know, sometimes things happen in life and there's not much you can do about it, and this was just one of those occasions, but he dealt with it really well. And to be fair, we've been wanting to put him in with some of the others in the house, because he's been to the nursery, he's been running about with them, but being at home with them, Ray, this way mate, come on. Being at home with them and interacting with them there is different. They've got so much space here to run around. They're not on top of each other. You know, the big ones can just outrun him and give themselves some space. But at home, if they're in the living room, there's not really anywhere to go. So the concern was that Ray, being a puppy, his energy's high. And although he's got good dog manners, how are they going to react to him? But Kerry put him in with Evie, because Evie, bless her, was very subdued because she's been Dizzy's bestie since we lost Iggy. So them two have just been together the whole time, and we couldn't put Evie with Dizzy because he was so poorly. Ray, go on, get it then. So we put Ray in with her, and they have took to each other, and they are getting on like a house on fire. You know, put them in our bedroom and all you can hear is just them two play fighting, you know, and we try not to interject as much as possible. We just want them to figure each other out. If it starts getting too much, then we'll step in. But we haven't really had to do that, to be honest. It's been okay just leaving them two to figure each other out. Evie's told him off a couple of times and has reacted well to it. Come on, Ray. Come on. Come on then. Woohoo! Super fast. He's a good boy. Do you want to throw your ball for you? What you got? Sit. 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 Good boy. Clever boy. Here it is then. Go and get it. Yeah, they've been getting on absolutely fine. She's putting up with him. There's not been any fights, there's not been any tense moments. You know, they slept in the same room together as well. You know, we've been crate training Ray, so he's been sleeping in his crate at night. But we were in the living room with Dizzy. Evie and Ray were on our bed, slept together through the night, no issues. You know, laid. Ray's not a big cuddler. He likes his own space, but they were laid back to back, touching each other. So it's all positive, really. You know, he's seen Nelly. Duke, our rescue boy, he likes him. I think what we saw with Duke was that he was wary of the bigger dogs, the older ones, but with Cardi and, watch it, fence, with Cardi and Foxy, he met them when they were puppies. And then as they've grown into adults, he's comfortable with them now because he's known them since they were a puppy. So I think the same thing's happening with Ray. You know, he knows that Ray isn't a threat. He knows that he doesn't have to be scared of him. Do you want to come on here? Go and get it. Go and get it. He knows that he doesn't have to be scared of Ray, so he's just happy to, you know, he's not been out with him, but they've seen each other through the gate. Come on then, let me show you how to get through, you numpty. Ray, come on. Whoa. You ready? Go on then, mate. Yeah. It's all going perfectly at the moment. You know, we've now got him sitting, he gives paw, he does up. He's brilliant on his walks, he doesn't pull on his lead. You know, he's one of those dogs that he wants to know where you are and he wants to know what you're doing. Come away. It's a fox, that, mate. He wants to know where you are and what you're doing. So that takes a lot of the hard work out of it. You know, he doesn't want to run away. He'll sort of, if he's walking off lead up the lane, he'll get so far ahead and then he'll stop, wait for you to catch up. But he's always looking for you. So, yeah, He's doing absolutely great, bless him. So yeah, that's another Raising Ray episode. All positive, isn't it, mate? Hey? Yeah. It's all good. Right, guys. Hey, what are you getting, you? What are you getting? Get it then. You want to kick it? Right then, guys. We'll be back later this week with another video. But thank you for watching. See you later.